What's good, YouTube? Your boy 21 here, bringing you a meta discussion post Legacy of Valiant. Starting off with this meta discussion, right here above, I have listed what's going to be the top meta decks coming into Legacy of Valiant format. You got your Great Keepers, you got your Madoches, you got your Mermail, your obviously Firefish, your Boojins, your Harpies, and your Geargios. Pretty the same thing that's been dominating pre Legacy of Valiant. Well, except the Great Keepers are getting more support during the Legacy of Valiant format. The reason why a lot of these decks are good, if I was to rank them from range on which is going to be the best deck and have the better matchups, I'm going to say Great Keepers and Madoches, and here's why. I played against Madoches at my locals recently, and I didn't realize how many players they have via Tiramisu, via the Hoot Cake, and Madocha Palooza. They can really swarm the field and OTK pretty fast with the Madoche ticket, granting them their searches and that their Madoche's field spell, boosting up their field. Deck is very consistent, and it has hella grind game since everything in the deck recycles the shot. I think it's a really good contender for if you know how to play the deck. It can I personally believe it can beat out Mermails and Fire Fist. There's not a lot of people playing Madoches because it's like still a low key deck that a lot of players just don't want to figure out because they're so stuck on what's already established, which is Fire Fist, Mermail, Boojins, Harpies, and Gears, etc. And Grave Keepers, was gonna be my second on the top deck for this format. The ability to swarm the field with the new Great Keeper Sport with Great Keeper Spy and Necker Valley. The deck's gonna be amazing, and with a lot of the potential new Great Keepers. So with your Great Keepers, Shamans, and to protect your Necker Valley from being other field spells placed on the field, and your Great Keeper Noblemen to get the spies from the deck to the field. The deck is gonna be a pretty competitive deck to deal with, and you're not gonna have a lot of different things running over a beefy 2500 defense. Even if you try to pop things with, like, say, Bear, for example, assessed by if your opponent's running Finish Chain, or if they watch some videos and they citing the deck devastation virus for some of these smaller decks, then they're not gonna have an issue with like lower decks like Fire Fist and etc. because they're gonna have the outstorm. So in my opinion, Great Keepers and Madoches are going to be some of the toughest decks to deal with in this format. That's not saying that decks like Mermail is going to be bad because Mermail, they OTK with Abyss Megalo. They have their Gundy plays. They have, the whole entire Mermail engine's been pretty much established already with the fact that you go Abyss Megalo, you play the Diva, you tribute the Diva, and you go off with the OTK players. I feel like since the deck's already established and people know how to side and play against it, versus the new build of this and this under the radar deck, then Mermails aren't going to be that competitive. They're going to be competitive, but they're not going to be that much of a threat since people already know how to play against it. And the same thing's going for Fire Fist and Geargios. Like, I know Fire Fist is popular right now, but at the same time, I feel like since the new set is out, everyone they know how to play against Fire Fist. Yeah, the deck is powerful, but knowing how to play against the deck, it just gives you a real good advantage over not knowing how to play against it. So I still think Mermail and Fire Fist is going to be good, but not as good as these two guys. Boojins got a lot of support in Legacy Valiant with due to the fact that they have Boojin Peacock searching their deck for their Yamatos and Mikazushis and the Turtles, and they also have the Triple Tenki, which is very consistent. Boojins is going to be a top contender in the next format, but at the same time, Grave Keepers with Necker Valley locking them out, and Madoche's OTK factor, I don't think Boojins is going to stand a chance against those two decks. That's my opinion, though. You guys can put your comments down below if you disagree. And lastly, I have Harpy and Geargios on the bottom of the totem pole. Reason being, Harpies and Geargios, while they are good decks, they lose to one super thing, like I said before. Max C, Deck Devastation Virus. Now, that's not saying these decks are going to be bad. These are all Tier 1 decks, don't get it twisted, guys. I just feel like these are on the bottom of the Tier 1 pole, even though Karakuri won the YCS Sydney, I believe, the deck is, it wasn't Gear Karakuri, it was just pure OTK Karakuri. So that being said, the Gear version loses to deck devastation virus very, very easily. And same thing with Harpies, because a lot of people are running Harper Lady ones. They're not running the Jeff Jones build, which runs Cyber Harpy. So a lot of the main support cards like Harpy Chandler and etc. loses to a simple deck devastation virus. So yeah, with that being said, I think Harpy and Gear Karakuri, which is Karakuri in general, is going to be in the bottom total poll on the tier 1 list. Following behind Fire Fist and Mermails, and then top 3 decks, in my opinion, is going to be a tie-up between Gravekeepers and Medolches and Boojins, based on the fact that they got new support cards and they very consistent due to their search cards. Now let's talk about how to beat these meta decks, because everyone wants to know how to beat the meta. Overwork. If you guys know, Overwork says destroy each monster whose attack is higher than the original attack. Half of the meta list: Gravekeepers, Medolches, not Mermails, but Fire Fist, Boojins, Harpies due to Harper Lady 1, and Harper's Hunting Ground. All can get hit with Overwork. Very, very versatile card. I played at Locals the other day, and against my Medolche player, he tried to OTK me. He swarmed like built with like 4 monsters via Hoop Cake and Ticket and Chateau. I flipped Overwork and wiped this whole board. Very, very planned situation for me. The fact that Overwork is so versatile in this new format is going to pit and work against the majority of the meta. So if you guys aren't already, you should definitely decide to Overwork. Next up, deck devastation virus. As you guys already know, I'm an advocate of deck devastation virus in this Legacy Valiant format. Hits Karakuri, hits Gear Karakuri, it hits the Harpies, it hits the Fire Fist, the people who are running the 3-axis builds to a smaller degree. I don't like siding against Fire Fist because it don't hit the Bears and the Gorillas, but it hits all the smaller stuff, which technically wins you the game against them. They won't score on the field. It hits Mermails, hitting the support cards. Definitely hits Medolches. It also helps me get my Medolche matchup by Locals. And it hits Gravekeepers. A lot of their stuff are under 1500, even including Gravekeeper Shaman. So early deck devastation virus, pull it off, it can win you the matchup against a lot of the majority of the meta. Next up, Mistake. As you guys already know, and it's what I've seen with Jeff Jones and Billy Break was doing at the ARG Circuit Series in, I think, Tennessee over the past weekend. All of these decks searches to some degree. You flip a deck Mistake on them, they're all going to get shut down. So therefore, side mistakes, guys. If you aren't already siding them, man them. According to Dueling Network, they're going for 23 at the lowest. So if you can get them cheaper than that, you should collect them, because I can only see the card going up. And lastly, Maxi. My favorite card to play, Maxi. Maxi against Drake, but they flip the Spy. Maxi the hell out of them. Medolche try to OTK you, Maxi. Maxi the Mermails. You can maxi the Fire Fist, but I'm saying everyone's playing 3-axis build right now. If you main the Maxi, you can resolve it against the Mikazushi plays in the Muji matchup, but definitely so it won't be too dead, but definitely side them out game 2 and 3 for stuff like Overwork and Mistake. And you can maxi the Harper Lady and the Gear matchup. So with that being said, you guys should really be maining or siding maxi. Fuck what everyone else is saying with the effect veiler bullshit. I still don't like effect veiler. Even though it could stop a bear from going off or a Chandler. It's like, who cares? You stop it one time and you're minusing yourself 1. And you can just drop maxi and just continue plusing. If your opponent wants to go off, they're going to give you a bajillion cards, and if they can't beat you the turn, they're going to lose. So, with that being said, thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that share. Rate, comment, subscribe. Your boy 21, I am out.